Monster Jam fans, welcome out to Glendale, Arizona. Are you ready for amazing Monster Jam action today? We have an action-packed show filled of Stadium Tour green drivers that are ready to hit this fantastic track right here at State Farm Stadium. I'd just like to apologize. The first 4 videos of the show are upright. My dad recorded the show, and he just completely forgot to record sideways by accident, didn't even realize. But it's all right. Doesn't take away the integrity of the video. We still have Monster Jam action coming out today. Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger is on the track right now. The first driver that we are meeting today here in Glendale, Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger, ready to tear up the show today. The next driver out here is Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Coming out next, this is Neil Elliott in Max D. I don't know about you guys, but that intro gave me goosebumps and spoke for itself. Morgan Kane in Gravedigger. Glendale, this is Monster Jam, and this race saves lives. Let's meet your competitors here at today's show. Coming onto the track, we have the beautiful Jester, piloted by Matt Pagliarulo, Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, Jimmy Creighton in Bounty Hunter, Dawn Creighton in Scarlet Bandit, Roy Pridgeon in Exterminator, Kristen Hope in Wolf's Head, Kevin Crocker in El Toro Loco, Candice Jolly in Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Colt Stevens in Pro Dozer, and Cam McQueen in Pro Camino. 14 of Monster Jam's best competitors are out here today at State Farm Stadium for you amazing Arizona fans. Are you ready for some awesome action-packed Monster Jam action? There will be 3 competitions in today's Monster Jam show, and starting it off will be the racing competition. And to start this racing competition off will be father and son, who are already doing some shenanigans at the starting line. In the far lanes, Matt Pagliarulo and Jester, and in the near lane, it is Nick Pagliarulo, the son of Matt in Kraken. This figure 8 style track is going to be a lot of fun tonight. These drivers are going to go over the starting line and then go and hook a right. Have to make a, well, it depends on the side they're on. On this side, they're going to have to make a right and then make a left, go all the way around and make a right again. You're going to tell who's leading by where they are around this point in the track. And Matt Pagliarulo with an issue after the turn. Nick Pagliarulo fishtailed, but it doesn't matter because Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken is moving on to round number 2. The next pair here in round number 1 is between 2 amazing animal-themed trucks. In the far lane is Corey Rummel and Megalodon, and in the near lane is Kristen Hope, Wolf's Head. Kristen Hope is battling some rear steer issues in the beginning of practice yesterday, and Corey Rummel is taking her to the bank. Crossing that line first is Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Continuing along with round 1 action today, we have Neil Elliott and Max D and Kevin Crocker in El Toro Loco. 2 legendary trucks in the sport that have been around for such a long time, going head-to-head here in round number 1. Neil Elliott getting a great start off there as he will leave El Toro Loco at the line. Neil Elliott was fast in practice. He's hoping to continue that here in the regular competition. And Neil Elliott with a huge lead. As long as nothing happens with the truck, he will win this round 1 race. And Kevin Crocker with even more issues, having a lot of problems out there, can't cross the finish line.
And your winner is Neil Elliott, Max D.
Now up in round number 1, getting a bye run is Roy Pridgeon in Exterminator. Brodozer cannot come to the line. Brodozer having engine problems. He blew a motor before practice even started. He got to test that motor out, got a new motor, and then couldn't make it out to the line here in racing. Roy Pridgeon, this is his first time in the truck in 2020, so he's hoping just for a good time. Has a really quick turn. Wasn't the fastest of passes, but it still was a pretty good one for Roy Pridgeon's first race of the year. The next race here in round number 1 is between 2 World Finals champions. In the far lane is Jimmy Creedon in Bounty Hunter, and in the near lane is Cam McQueen in the Bro Camino. These two have been racing alongside each other for a very long time. McQueen's been around since 2009, Creedon since 2002, so this is going to be a match of serious veteran presences. Both drivers have been competing for over a decade. Let's see how this race goes. Jimmy Creedon, your defending world racing champion, and Cam McQueen, the one-time world freestyle champion. Very close race going to the final jump, but Jimmy Creedon and Bounty Hunters taking home that win, moving in to the next round. This next race is the last race of round 1 in a battle of some of the toughest ladies in all of motorsports that have been around for a very long time. Dawn Creedon and Scarlet Bandit and Candice Jolly, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. These two also have been battling head-to-head for a very long time. Got a lot of veterans on this tour. Well, at least in this show. Going to the final jump. Candice Jolly was beautifully fast in practice, and she's able to get another good time out here in round 1. We are now here in round number 2, and a driver who got an automatic bye in this round is Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger, taking on Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Nick Pagliarulo had issues in round 1. Hopefully he can get those straightened out. If he can beat Ryan Anderson, that's a serious upset. He has a lead right now. Going to the final turn, Nick Pagliarulo trying to pull out a huge win, but he messes up, almost collides with Son of a Digger. Ryan Anderson getting a lucky win there because Nick Pagliarulo had his number till he messed up right there at the end. Still in round number 2 action, the second race here of round number 2 between Neil Elliott and Max D and Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Corey's had a pretty good time on this track this year. Neil Elliott's had his ups and downs, so this should be a pretty close race. When Neil Elliott's on this track, he's not someone you want to mess around with, but Corey Rummel has been fairly consistent. He does not ever lift on the entirety of this track. He's falling behind just a little bit, though. He does lift up going into that final turn, and it ends up costing him the race as Neil Elliott and Max D will move in to the semifinals. So we will jump in here in the middle of a race in round number 2 as Morgan Kane and Gravedigger takes on Roy Pridgeon in Exterminator. And Morgan Kane pulling away with the win here in round number 2. A good race for Morgan against Roy Pridgeon. The final race here in this second round is between Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter and Candice Jotley and Monster Month Dalmatian. These two have had a lot of history over the last few years, dating back to 2017 when Jimmy Cretin got knocked out round 1 against 2018. But interesting here, Candice Jotley does not start at the line. I don't know if that'll be a re-race. Jimmy Cretin's going to pull back up to the line. Don't know what happened. Looked like we were having some starting light issues. So we're going to redo that race. So we are looking for green once more here. Hopefully the lights cooperate in this race. We have Bounty Hunter and Dalmatian. They both get the good green. Jimmy Cretin hoping to take down Candice Jotley. And going to the final jump, Jimmy Cretin will knock down Candice Jotley in the Monster Month Dalmatian as he will move into the semifinals, and that's where we head now. Pulling up to the line, the first race of the semifinals. The winner of this race will go to the final round. In the far lane, it is Neil Elliott and Max D taking on Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger. They have green, and Ryan Anderson getting left at the line. Ryan has not been having the best of nights so far. His last race almost got knocked out by Nick Pagliarulo, and right there got left at the line. He's hoping to rebound, and he fishtails big time. He is falling behind to Neil Elliott. This is going to be a close race. Oh my, but Neil Elliott is on the sidewalls, and he is done, and Ryan Anderson getting the luck on his side again, and will walk away with the win as Neil Elliott can't get the win here. So this race between Jimmy Cretin and Bounty Hunter and Morgan Kane and Gravedigger is a good one because we're either going to have a rematch of the 2017 semifinals of racing, first round of racing, or a battle between some childhood friends. I don't know why I thought that was the semifinals. I don't know. It was the first round where Cretin got knocked out by Ryan Anderson, and Morgan Kane and Ryan have been going head-to-head all year, but Morgan Kane has not been able to beat Ryan all year long. And go my, very close to the finish line. That's a close race. We're going to have to go up and look at the video board. That was such a close race. Again, the winner of this race will go to the final round to face Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. The replay.
Check out that replay. You're going to see it up on our video board. That race is under review.
Let's take a look at this race one more time. Going to the final jump. Let's try and get that off. So close. We're going to have to go to freeze frame here.
Morgan Kane and Gravedigger.
So your winner is Morgan Kane and Gravedigger going to the final round of racing. State Farm Stadium fans, it is the final round of racing. And today we have gone through 14 amazing Monster Jam drivers and have whittled it down to just 2 that'll be battling for the racing trophy tonight. This is going to be a very important race because these 2 drivers are chasing not only the Tour Championship but the overall event championship today. In the far lane, Morgan Kane and Gravedigger has been on a roll all season long, but Ryan Anderson has been his kryptonite. Let's see how he can do here today. And in the near lane, he has been really heating up so much recently. This guy has been on fire. The 2-time World Final Champion, Ryan Anderson, in Son of a Digger. These are 2 childhood friends that have gone head-to-head in the final round now, back-to-back weekends, and they are ready for an emotional battle once more out here on the track. Let's go racing here in the final round. They are really close right now, going to the final turn. Can Morgan Kane finally beat Ryan Anderson? It's close, but he will not, as Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger is your racing winner tonight out here at State Farm Stadium. He didn't have an easy path there, but he has a beautiful race and the best race he's had all weekend long in the final round. Next up in this day, we have the Skills Challenge, which is between all 14 of these drivers. They will be going to try and put down either 2 hits where their truck is on 2 wheels or 1 incredible donut. And starting us off is Matt Pagliarulo in Jester. He goes for a slap wheelie and he walks that down. He's going to combo it up on the back side of the step-up. 2 solid hits for Matt Pagliarulo. Kevin Crocker in El Toro Loco is next. He's lining up for the jammer. And a nice slap wheelie for El Toro Loco for hit number 1. His second hit here going for the jammer. Attempting a slap wheelie and another good slap wheelie there. 2 good hits for El Toro Loco. That's your new best run of the night. Third up in this competition is Cam McQueen in Pro Camino. He already has his skills win this year, and he goes for hit number 1 there for a popper. Now he's going to throw it in reverse, going for a reverse popper. 2 good hits for Cam McQueen in Bro Camino. Following Bro Camino will be Scarlet Bandit. This is Dawn Cretin. Going for a reverse popper. On the rear 2 wheels and turtling over. Scarlet Bandit is on its lid. Hopefully not too much cosmetic damage. Now up we have Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken going down for a popper. And he gets a little bit of a moonwalk out of it too. Going for hit number 2. Nick Pagliarulo really likes his poppers. And he's on the front 2 wheels and a solid second move there for Kraken. That is your new best run of the night. Corey Rummel and Megalodon's out here next. The Prehistoric Shark going for the jammer. Can't quite get a good move off of that. He then goes comboing it up into a second hit, but that's going to all count as 1 for Megalodon. Going for hit number 2. This is Corey Rummel's second hit. Going for a stoppie. Now he's walking a moonwalk. And he will set it down. I'm still going to stick with Kraken, though, as your best run of the night. Roll over Roy. Roy Pridgeon out on the track going for the jammer. And going for a slap wheelie attempt. Going for a second attempt at that slap wheelie here. Getting a sky wheelie out of it. And he pops it into the slap wheelie. Good move there for Exterminator. Solid run for Roy Pridgeon. Candice Jolly in the Macho Man Dalmatian will be the next to try and hit this track. Going for a sky wheelie. Solid move there for Candice. She has 1 hit left. She's lining up for a popper over that racing lane. That's the end of the run for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Trying to knock Nick Pagliarulo out of the best run of the night. This is Jimmy Cretin in Bounty Hunter. And he's dragging that tail on a beautiful slap wheelie. Jimmy Cretin, one of his classical moves there. Going for hit number 2, Jimmy Cretin trying to bounce off of a good first hit, and he gets it in a little stoppy. I'm going to say that's your new best run of the night for Jimmy Cretin in Bounty Hunter. As we continue along with this skills challenge, Max D is a familiar face, and that's out next. Neil Elliott going for a stoppy. No donuts so far tonight. This would be the first show in which we haven't seen a single driver do a donut. And Neil Elliott walking a beautiful stoppy. Now he's walking it back in a moonwalk. Walking it towards that racing lane, and he'll walk it right over. A really amazing first hit for Neil Elliott in Max D. Neil Elliott now lining up for another stoppy here on the front 2 wheels and walking it once more. A really, really good move out of Neil Elliott in Max D. 2 really great hits. Probably his best skills run of the year. He walks it back up the ramp. Yes! Beautiful run. Neil Elliott and Max D still going and sets her down. That is your new best run of the night. That's going to be pretty hard to beat, but next out we have Morgan Kane in Gravedigger going for a slap wheelie. And oh my, that truck's starting to pirouette. Good move from Morgan Kane in Gravedigger. Hit number 2 coming now for Gravedigger. And he can't get the best bicycle out of that hit. So that is the end of the run for Gravedigger. Coming out last in this skills challenge, this is Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger going for a bicycle. And he gets it into the stoppy and walking the moonwalk. A bicycle the moonwalk from Ryan Anderson, the man who pioneered that move himself. The best move of the night from Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson got 1 hit left, a serious chance to take the lead. Going for another bicycle, going on the sidewalls. And he is on his lid. That second hit was good, but I'm going to stick with Neil Elliott, saying, Neil Elliott's your best run of the night, but barely. But wait, we got one more truck. We thought he was dead. Brodos are able to come out. I know there's music playing in the background. That's because Crazy Train's copyrighted, but that's okay. You can't hear the truck anyway. Lining up for his first hit, Colt Stevens trying to take the lead away from Neil Elliott, walking a slap wheelie, the first ever slap wheelie in Brodozer. What a beautiful move out of Brodozer. Brodozer with 1 hit left. Walking a bicycle. And a solid move for Brodozer, but I'm still going to say that Neil Elliott's your best run of the night. And your winner of the Skills Challenge is, in fact, Neil Elliott in Max D. That leaves us with 1 competition left today, and that is the freestyle competition. What everybody here is ready to watch. Starting us off is Kristen Hope, and Wolf said she didn't have a skills run, but sadly my dad didn't get to record that. But it was pretty good too, didn't even do a donut. She's off and running with a good start. Solid air, she's off to a good start here today. Kristen Open Wolf said had a disappointing start to the season freestyle-wise. She really hasn't gotten too many amazing runs, so if she can get one out here today in Glendale, I'm sure she and the fans would be pretty happy with that. Oh my, beautiful slap wheelie out of Kristen Hope. Kristen Hope and Wolf's Head hoping to throw down one seriously awesome freestyle. Having a good run so far, over 60 seconds in. This freestyle is a pretty good one. This is her best one of the year so far. Oh my! And she is on her lid. Wolf's Head is done. A good run for Kristen Hope. Trying to follow what Kristen Hope just did will be Dawn Cretin in Scarlet Bandit. Kristen Hope with a really impressive freestyle right there. It's going to be difficult to beat for Dawn Cretin. Last time Dawn was here, she had arguably the best freestyle she has had in a very long time. Had a really awesome save. It was all around a really great showing out of Dawn Cretin. Dawn got to try and pick up that pace a little bit. She's had herself a pretty good start to the year on this tour. She's actually doing better than her husband Jimmy is, which is really surprising. "42 seconds left on the clock. She's already lasted longer than Kristen Hope has. That could probably impact her scores a decent chunk if she can fill the clock. Lining up for that step up, some nice air. And it's good to see that her truck's intact after flipping over in that skills challenge. Time is winding down for Dawn Cretin and Scarlet Bandit. Dawn spinning it into a donut right at the end of her time. Might as well go out in spinning fashion. And that is the end of the run for Dawn Cretin, your new best run of the night. This is Kevin Crocker in El Toro Loco starting off his freestyle by hitting the jammer. 120 seconds are on the clock. These drivers will have 2 minutes to do everything that they want. Anything. Just to get these fans on their feet. The things you want to look for in freestyle is momentum, how quickly they go from hit to hit. Wow factors, big air like that, and very skilled moves. You want to see how difficult these moves are that these drivers are doing. And you don't want to see repetitiveness. If you see the same driver hitting the same move multiple times, then that should definitely kick down their score a little bit. Definitely getting some big air, though. Kevin Crocker drove in this sport for a few years. As I've said a few times, he kind of retired at the end of the 2018 year, missed all of 2019, and then is called back to be the Team Scream Driver of the Year. I was thinking about it the other day. The Team Scream really, I don't remember if they started it in 2017 or 18, but I know that in 2018, I know for sure they had a new driver added to Team Scream every year. Again, I don't really remember if they did it in 2017. So I'm going to say that they started in 2018. If they did it in 2017, let me know. I'd like to know. But they've started this trend where every year they have an extra driver, just a random driver being their fourth Team Scream member. 2018 was John Gordon, who now drives Bad Company. 2019, was Kevin King. That was pretty cool to see. And then this year we have Kevin Crocker. And I said it last time, but it's pretty fun now. It's something I'm going to look forward to each year. Who's going to be that fourth Team Scream member? They're never like Damon Bradshaw level drivers, but they're always pretty fun to watch. Good slap wheelie right there from Kevin Crocker. But again, let me know if if they did this beforehand. I don't really know. They might have. 12 seconds are on the clock right now as the truck is paused.
9 seconds left, 8 seconds now. On the clock is Kevin Crocker, El Toro Loco.
Kevin's going to get to back up. I think it's kind of bogus how they start the clock the second they refire. It should really be the second they make their first hit. So I'm going to give him this last hit. This last hit will count for me for scores. Oh, no, he's just going up. So good run for Kevin Crocker in El Toro Loco. I'm going to give that your new best run of the night. Pretty good run from El Toro Loco. This next driver out, this is Roy Pridgeon in Exterminator. Again, his first time driving in 2020. He's on his now second or third retirement tour. We were talking to him in the pit party, me and Cody, or actually it might have been me and, I don't remember who I was with. It was either me, Vinny, and Cody. It was either me and Vinny or me, Cody, and Cadence. I don't really remember. But we were talking to Roy, and, this is like his third retirement tour now at this point. He retired at the end of 2018 from driving Ice Cream Man. He came back, drove in 2019, retired again, and now here he is one more time driving for Exterminator. It's just really funny that's how this is going down. I think this is his second retirement tour, you could say, because he's now retired 2 times and is back after retiring. Exterminator having a solid freestyle so far, making a push for the best run of the night. Cody was making a prediction that we would have Rollover Roy confirmed this weekend, so we'll have to wait and see. He hasn't flipped over yet, so Rollover Roy is not confirmed as of right now. It's good to see Roy Pridgeon back. He was always a really solid driver. He's a really fun guy. Oh my, he's flipping over a crazy move. Did Rollover Roy just go for a front flip? He's on his lid. Rollover Roy is confirmed. Awesome run there from Exterminator, but I can't give that the best run of the night because he didn't fill the clock. But a really awesome move. Roy Pridgeon almost just went for a front flip on that. That was awesome. Coming out next, this is Matt Pagliarulo in Jester. Won the very first freestyle of the year back in Tampa. Hopefully he can continue that. I was predicting that Matt would win freestyle at this show coming into it, so let's see if he can live up to that. He's going to start off his run with a jammer. There's a lot of jammers on that side, getting a full track. Obviously, Glendale's going to take the Track of the Year award every year. Getting some serious air. They've got a Gravedigger wheel on that right side, the front right. Obviously, that is not a typical Jester wheel. Matt Pagliarulo is a very unique driving style. I've said it a lot of times, but he's a guy who's going to go out there and get some solid air. Never really has the momentum that you would want him to have, but he does get big air, and he keeps the flow up. Haven't seen anybody at the backflip ramp yet today. And a huge leap out of Jester. Man, that was a big launch. That was the biggest air of the night. Matt Pagliarulo has less than a minute left in his run. And more big air. He's launching this truck. With the other obstacles added to the end of the track, it gives a lot more opportunities for hang time. If Todd the Duke was here, you better believe he'd be taking advantage of that. Lining up for the backflip ramp. First backflip attempt of the night, and he got it perfectly. Great backflip from Jester. Matt Pagliarulo on pace right now to be your new leader. If he can finish this run off with some serious moves, he might be able to get a freestyle win today, as I predicted him to get. It's 15 seconds left. And popping it into a slap wheelie. Jester's run is just about done. And that is the end of the time, so this move does not count. Solid run, though, for Matt Pagliarulo and Jester. That is your new best run of the night. Nick Pagliarulo, Matt Pagliarulo's son, is next out in Kraken here in freestyle. Having a good freestyle competition so far as we wind ourselves down throughout this show. I'm really hoping someone gets some serious air off of the end of that track. That would be awesome. Got a lot of heavy hitters still to come in the competition, but Matt Pagliarulo, I'm sure, took the lead on that. And I mean, based on what we've seen so far, that's pretty set to win this competition, depending on how the rest of the show goes. But we do have a lot of really great drivers left to come. Nick Pagliarulo, a guy who could throw in a backflip or two. I don't think he has not done a backflip yet this year. As I said last weekend, he will always try and sprinkle in some two-wheel runs or moves into his runs. Really big air. Going down into the red zone. This Kraken truck was out here in Glendale last time we were in this stadium. as was Matt Pagliarulo, his father. Lining up for the jammer, the first jammer time of the night. Some solid air off of that. I'm sure somebody else will get some bigger air off of that later in the day. We still have 40 seconds left in this run for Nick Pagliarulo. And going for that little pod they added on the side of the track, and a big air into slap wheelie combo. A really awesome move. The best move of his night so far. If he can hit a backflip, this should be really in a good position to take the lead. I don't know if he has fully front right power right now, but he is throwing together a really good run. This second half of the run has been a lot better than the first half. And the time may be up. No, I think he's going for a two-wheel move, like I said. Going for a stoppy moonwalking it up the ramp, and that will be the end of the time for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. A good run for Nick, but not going to be enough for your best run of the night. Now entering the track is the one-time World Finals Freestyle Champion, Cam McQueen in Bro Camino, and he's already having transmission issues. I think he's completely lost second gear, which really, really stinks at the beginning of this run. But if you know Cam McQueen, he's going to keep pushing. Yeah, he's really having transmission issues. Hopefully that transmission doesn't die on him. Right now he is only stuck in first. It's really difficult to get good momentum going with a broken truck like that. Some solid sky wheelie action. This Bro Camino definitely throwing down a good start to the year. It's a really beautiful truck, and it's looking pretty good. Man, that truck is really straining, but he's still, I'm surprised that it's still running. He's just full throttling it. Well, he might not be full throttling it, but he's doing the most he can with this truck being broken. So let's see what Cam can do. He's just trying to throw down a good run. He's got 43 seconds left. Oh man, is he lining up for the mini flip? Broken transmission mini flip. And oh my goodness, Cam McQueen with only first lands a mini flip. This man, the master of innovation, does it again. The guy who did the first ever monster truck backflip. I don't know about you, but I just got some serious flashbacks to that. With the nose all crushed in like that too. That's basically exactly how the first ever monster truck backflipping competition went. Cam McQueen giving us some taste of nostalgia here in the Bro Camino at State Farm Stadium. Still has a broken transmission. That hasn't gone away. I'm going to struggle to give this the best run of the night just because really the only thing he's done is get that mini flip, but he's done a good job with a broken truck. He finishes the time with some nice air. But I'm still going to stick with Matt Pagliarulo as your best run of the night, just barely right now. But it is definitely very, very close. Coming out next in freestyle, this is Jimmy Creighton in Bounty Hunter, the two-time World Finals champion and your reigning World Finals racing champion, hitting the freestyle track, hoping to get a winning freestyle tonight. He's had his fair share of really, really good freestyles in this Buggy Hunter truck. I mean, it's a great truck. It's obviously designed for racing, but it seems like he as well is losing some of his transmission power. Lining up for that jammer, trying to get a slap wheelie, and he's able to walk about a 45-degree wheelie. He is also losing some transmission. I think he's either stuck in first or his transmission's just slowly dying. Oh yeah, that transmission's starting to die. Yeah, that truck is done. Tough break for Bounty Hunter. Candace Jolly and Montreal Dalmatians coming out next. Candace going over that jammer. She is in Cynthia Gautier's chassis and trunk right now. This is not the truck Candace normally is driving or is used to. So it's definitely an adjustment. Candace had a few shows this year. She's had more than she expected, so much for having first quarter off. Getting a nice sky wheelie. She was intending on having first quarter off. She did that on purpose. And then she gets called to do, I think this is either her second or third show already. Which is just really, really funny. Trying to pick up as many points she can for her teammate Cynthia Gauthier, because all the points that Candace earns they do go to Cynthia's point total for the tour. The only thing is, if Candace tries more than Cynthia, I'm going to be tempted to say that Cynthia can't get in the World Finals, because Cynthia really hasn't driven at all this year, and what she's done hasn't been super impressive so far. I love Cynthia, but she's got to drive a little bit more. Truck sounds to be sputtering a little bit too. I don't think it's completely working right, but she doesn't seem very comfortable in the truck. Trying to just fill the clock up here, going for a donut right at the end of time, doing whatever she can with this truck. 8 seconds left. As you see, her score to beat is Jester's 8.91. Pretty fair score, too, for Matt Pagliarulo. I will say, from being in Glendale, that was probably the most fair judging I've ever seen at a show, which is obviously incredibly ideal. Coming out next, this is Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Corey Rummel off to a good start this year. He's definitely catching the eye of Monster Jam higher-ups. He's having himself a fantastic start to the year, getting to drive this Megalodon, the only Megalodon on a stadium tour right now. I mean, getting the chance to be the only Megalodon driver on a stadium tour also gives you a lot of props. Huge air, the biggest air of the night. Corey Rummel, Mr. Extreme Air. He lives up to that name. He has honestly taken over Jim Kohler's job as the King of Air, and he's sailing across the track. This prehistoric shark, I've said it a million times, but with Corey Rummel behind the wheel, this shark can fly. Oh boy, we have some jammer time too. Corey is just airing it out right now. This truck is not playing around, going for the step up, huge air. Corey by far having the best run of the night. If he can land a backflip or a mini flip even, it would be about time Corey Rummel maybe even gets his first freestyle win of the year, because this has been a great run. I think he's going for that backflip ramp. He's got 38 seconds left on the clock. Hopefully he doesn't end his run here. That would be a disappointing finish. Lining up for the backflip. Corey Rummel, beauty of a backflip, one of the most perfect backflips you will ever see. And now he's just got to finish the run, and he's having a fantastic freestyle. Corey Rummel, one of the best drivers in Monster Jam right now. He is not messing around. He's going to back it up. He wants to send it over that jump. And he does just that right at the end of the run. Time is up. Anything else that he does is just for you fans. And a fantastic finish. Megalodon, your best run of the night. The next driver out in this freestyle competition, the pilot of Pro Dozer. This is Colt. good hit there. Oh my lord, the air. The biggest air of the night, and Brodozer's on its lid. An amazing run out of Colt Stevens. Morgan Kane and Gravedigger's the next driver to hit the track. We have 3 trucks remaining, including this Gravedigger machine. It'll be Gravedigger, Son of a Digger, and Max D. Going for that step up. Seems like he doesn't have rear steer. And a beautiful slap wheelie for Gravedigger, walking it down. Lining up for the jammer, some awesome jammer time. Beautiful air. Morgan Kane definitely has to pick up some of the pace though here. Just kind of going hit to hit, trying to do what he can. I don't know if this is good enough to beat Corey Rummel right now. Nice air. I would say Colt Stevens was your best run of the night, but I really, really liked Corey's run. Colt's going to be in second though right now. It's been a really good show overall. One of the top freestyle, one of the top Glendale shows ever. Not many problems with the show either. He is lining up for the backflip ramp. Not a single driver finished under 30 seconds either. Line up for the backflip, and he got it beautifully. Nice backflip, another backflip. If we had a backflip tracker, I think we're at 4 or 5 right now. Going over the racing lane for some big air, locking up those brakes. Serious elevation. Then he crosses it over that move. The light is red. That's the end of the run for Morgan Kane and Gravedigger. I'm still going to sit with Corey Rummel as your best run of the night. Perched up on top of that step up is your racing winner from tonight, Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. He also came in second in the skills challenge, which means he's earned all but 1 point tonight. If he can win freestyle, he will have earned every point except for 1 in the competition. So Ryan Anderson is obviously going to go for broke today. There's no such thing as going careful in Ryan Anderson's textbook. This guy's going to shred it every single time he's out on the track. Off to a really good start. The air is there as always. Getting jammer time. I mean, it's always fun to just admire what Ryan Anderson can do as the body's starting to shed off. And another nice hit. So this Son of a Digger truck tearing it down. I mean, I haven't even said too much because I love admiring what Ryan Anderson can do. Seems to have transmission issues. Hopefully that doesn't continue. Body parts are just clinging on right now. He's just trying to do whatever he can to get this fans on their feet. Going for the backflip ramp. And he got it. Oh my, he pops it into a moonwalk. The best backflip to moonwalk that Ryan Anderson has ever done. And launching it afterwards. And Ryan Anderson is here to play. Going for the step up. What an amazing run out of Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. The best run of the night. And that is how you freestyle. Neil Elliott and Max D is next out and last out in freestyle today, as he will try and take down Ryan Anderson's run. That was some serious air off of that step up. We haven't seen anybody get some huge air tonight. Colt Stevens does have the biggest air, though. But Neil Elliott's, Ryan Anderson had an amazing run. Going to be very hard to beat. Haven't really seen a good I haven't in person seen a great Neil Elliott freestyle in a very long time. That was some awesome air. I think the best freestyle I've ever seen him do was in World Finals 18 in 2017. That was the last good freestyle I've seen out of Neil. Mainly because I've seen Tom a lot more. He is lining up for the jammer. We have some more jammer time, launching it right across the track. He's getting some really big air. The air is absolutely a part of this run. Having a really good run so far. Haven't quite gotten to the backflip yet. But it's not under 30 seconds, so he could just keep going. He's getting nice air. Lining up for the backflip, finally getting to it. And he got it. Lands the backflip ramp. It's right at the end of his run. He's got to do something huge if he wants to take the lead away from Ryan, that's for sure. This has been a good run, but Ryan Anderson had a better one, and that's the end of the time. Good run for Neil Elliott and Max D. So, we've got a question to make. Does Ryan Anderson deserve that win or Neil Elliott? Let me know right now whether you're in the premiere or if you're in the comments. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Who do you think deserved that freestyle win right now before we see the scores? Max D or Son of a Digger? I think personally that Ryan Anderson deserves it. We're going to take a look up at the video board.
Landing it on the left side, brings it back down all 4 BKT tires.
It was a really good run for Max D. Solid air all around.
In this competition, for the score right now coming in as we wait for the official word, Neil Elliott and Max D, a dynamite run after winning the event championship.
So the score to beat is a 9.599 out of Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. That's a really high score. Going to be very tough to beat. The score for Neil Elliott and Max D is an 8.795. Not enough for the lead. That'll put him in 6th place. Your winner of freestyle today is Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger. An amazing night of action today. So that wraps up Glendale from the 2020 start off to this season. We always get 2 Glendale shows a year. Hopefully we will have the one out in October. That'll be pretty fun. That is my last show until Vegas. That'll be next month that I will be attending. Hopefully that'll be a really great show too. Looking forward to that. But again, we have one more commentary this weekend. That'll be tomorrow. You can see San Diego from last weekend, the kickoff of Stadium Tour Yellow. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see you all there. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.